Friends, I recently asked artificial intelligence for a family-friendly strawberry dessert recipe, and this is what it gave me. It has quickly become our absolute favorite family treat. And you know what? It turned out to be a very famous classic dessert. I will tell you its real name at the very end of the video. First, we take 1 egg, then add sweetener to your taste. If you're not on a diet, you can absolutely just use regular sugar. Next, add a pinch of salt to balance the flavors. And that's it. We mix it all together. I'm just using a hand whisk for this. Then, we pour in 200 milliliters of warm milk. Friends, you can easily warm it up in the microwave. Just make sure it's not cold straight from the fridge, that's for sure, and mix everything thoroughly. Curious. Next, I use 80 grams of regular all-purpose flour. You can just dump it in or you can sift it like I do. I just prefer the result this way, although honestly, I don't see a massive difference. Let me know in the comments, do you believe that sifting flour actually enriches it with oxygen? To me, it feels like, well, maybe it's just a psychological effect. But I sift it anyway because I have the time and I really enjoy these little kitchen rituals. Next, we need 1/3 teaspoon of baking powder. Mix that in as well. By the way, I'm really curious to know your opinion. How do you feel about sugar substitutes? Do you use them in your kitchen or do you prefer to avoid them? Let me know in the comments. We all look at this differently, so I would really love to read your thoughts. And the final addition is 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm using olive oil. If you don't like the taste of olive oil, you can use any neutral oil, like sunflower oil, for example. Now, I take a baking sheet, yes, we're using the oven today, I line it with parchment paper, give it a quick spray with olive oil, and simply pour the batter right onto the parchment. Then, we place it in the oven. We're going to bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 380 degrees Celsius. It takes approximately 15 minutes. Honestly, mine took closer to 17 minutes. Just keep an eye on your oven. It usually takes anywhere from 12 to 17 minutes. While our giant crepe is baking, let's make the filling. I'm using my favorite ricotta cheese. It's only 7% fat. I add some more of that xylitol sweetener and a little bit of vanilla extract. Mix it all together. Next comes the star ingredient, strawberries, of course. It's our family's favorite fruit, and naturally it's not only delicious, but also one of the lowest calorie fruits out there. You can slice them in 2 ways. The first way is into long, thin slices like this. The second way is just dicing them into small cubes. Honestly, I prefer the cubes. It makes rolling the crepe much easier at the final stage. You'll see what I mean in a moment. Here is our baked crepe. It peels away from the parchment paper perfectly. At this stage, everything is as simple as can be, as you can see right now. I let it cool for about 15 minutes. It needs to reach room temperature. We lay it flat on a surface and spread our cream over it, just like this. Simply spread it out evenly. Friends, if you enjoyed this recipe, please leave a like. I wish you all robust health, eat a balanced diet, and don't forget to move. Physical activity is so important for your health. Next, we add the strawberries. Oh, and by the way, as I promised at the beginning of the video, I did some research and found out that this oven-baked beauty is actually the famous Finnish pancake, also known as Pannukakku. But when you roll it up with ricotta and fresh strawberries, it becomes a true culinary masterpiece. And after that, we carefully roll our crepe into a log, exactly the way I'm doing it here. And basically, that's it. Our dessert is ready. Well, almost ready. Now it's all about how you choose to serve it. I dusted it with some erythritol sweetener, but you can use powdered sugar. Slice it into pieces, serve with a few mint leaves or something green depending on the occasion. If you have guests, you can make a beautiful presentation. Let me give it a taste. Wow, look at this. It's an absolutely divine, delicate dessert. The texture is incredible. It's like a cross between a tender crepe, a soft sponge cake, and a fluffy cloud. The strawberry cream is so rich and creamy, yet the whole dessert feels light and refreshing. It's just perfect for summer. I couldn't resist and ate 2 pieces right away, but later I put it in the fridge and realized that once it's completely chilled, it's purely fantastic. Though it doesn't need to soak, so you can absolutely enjoy it right away.